Hi guys, sorry. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see whether the member can join. We will start waiting. Thank you. All right, guys. So, my God, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. All right. So, guys, is there any doubt, any confusion, any concerns if you have from our previous session that we already had? Okay. I'm taking. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, next thing is I want to confirm you have all the contents for session 1, 2, 3, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Next is I want to confirm. I just shared. 30 minutes earlier. I shared the recording for session 1. You already have it, right?
Yep. We received it.
Okay. Thanks for confirming all those things. To be honest, I'm going to share those kind of things in a sequentially manner, and whenever this recorded session you will get after the completion of this session, I'm going to download it and I'm going to share that thing. So that will be done from my side. Apart from that, what I'm going to do is I do have couple of not couple of I do have some more content where you can learn. If you want to learn something more about those kind of things, of course you can. So I'm going to share those contents shortly. Once I have completed completed all the documents, then I'm going to share those documents as well. All right. So let me quickly take you guys attendance, and by then we will start our session. Give me a minute or two time. Alright, I'm done from that part. So now I can share my screen. Let me know if my screen is visible. My screen is visible, right, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
what are
sir.
the things that we are going to cover today? Okay, someone has just joined. Let me pull him down. So, guys, you can see my content, right? The PPT.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. So, what are the things that we are going to cover today? Okay, so before starting our today's session, let me clarify something. Okay, from the next session, we are going to use a tool. The tool name is Miro, Miro. It is a similar tool that every business analyst is using. Why I'm using that? Because it's going to be a web-based tool. Everyone can use that. That is the first thing. Second thing is it's quite a user-friendly thing. Of course, I'm going to show you how Microsoft Visio is looking like, because we will have a little bit of thing that with Microsoft Visio, these are the things that as a tool a business analyst is using. From the next day, I'm going to show you in detail how I prepared those kind of diagrams, like we will discuss today, like what BPMN is, how to start BPMN and all. We will discuss today. And from next session, I'm going to show you in detail how a BPMN diagram can be created in tools. To be honest, Miro, Microsoft Visio is one of the similar tool that we have. There are others, there are other tool as well. So if you want to use them, you can. End of the day, our role is, or our agenda is, like we want to create some documentations, we want to create some diagrams over there. So in which way you are creating that, that is not a concern over here, but you have to create a proper documentations. So the thing is, like why we are using any tools over here, we can create, I mean, those kind of diagram can be created in Microsoft Paint also. Yes, that can be done in Microsoft Paint, but the thing is how quickly you are generating those documentations. That is the most important thing. And yes, if you are using any tool, and if you have some knowledge about Microsoft Visio, then other tool can be you can use easily. So it doesn't matter like okay you have some knowledge about Miro, how can you use other tools? So it doesn't matter, to be honest, you can use them properly. Okay, all right, so let's start our discussion with BPM. So guys, have you ever heard the term of BPMN?
Yes, Rahul.
Okay, so can anyone please tell me what the BPMN is? What is your understanding regarding BPMN? Guys, do you have any idea about BPMN?
Sorry, Rahul, I have no idea, but I have heard it from a couple of people who
Okay,
are using it. Yeah.
all right, no issues. Okay, I will explain that. Okay, all right. Let me just update my attendance sheet. Give me a minute. And we left with only Sonam Patel. Okay. Wait. It's fine. Yes, yes, okay. My screen is still shared, right? Okay. All right. Let's start again. Okay, so BPMN is nothing but it's a graphical representation. It is a standardization process, the standardization of how you are sharing the business process. So to be honest, it's nothing like you are sharing your business process, how your business is moving from here and there, what kind of processes are there. So those kind of things we are sharing. We are it's a graphical representation. We are making some diagrams so that everyone can understand how business is moving from here and there. Let me give you a quick example over here. So let's suppose what business process is. Okay, so let's discuss about some hiring process. Okay, let's suppose HR is going to hire. Let's suppose I need couple of business analysts for my upcoming project in my company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my HR to process that. Okay, so I assign a task to my HR team that I need couple of business analysts for my upcoming project. So based on the requirement, how the HR is going to do, that is their responsibility. So what they're going to do is initially they are going to send some advertisement that so and so company is required so and so skill set business analyst. Based on the resume or based on the application they have, they are going to screen them out. They're going to organize some interviews, maybe couple of rounds of interviews. After that, they will hire the candidate. They will share all the hiring process like offer letter and all. Once the contract is signed, the employee is going to join. So I assigned only one task. So to complete that only one task, my HR team is completed lots of sequential work. This sequential interconnected work is called your business process. So now, if I have to explain this process, I'm going to prepare a diagram chart. So first, the advertisement is going to be there. Candidate is going to share their application. I'm going to connect them by an arrow. So those kind of thing is nothing but a business process, and I'm sharing my thoughts by that. So it helps me in both technical and business stakeholders to understand my complex workflow, how my workflow or how my business process is moving from here and there. It is widely used to create and share the understanding of workflow, improve efficiency, and to be honest, to understand the requirement properly. So this is your BPMN. Any doubt, any confusion, guys, so far?
No,
Lots.
Rahul.
So whenever, of course, I'm going to show you next in our next session, I'm going to show you in detail how to create those kind of things. I'm going to show you in a tool. The tool is called Miro, Miro. It's a similar tool to Microsoft Visio and Microsoft Visio and Miro. But why I'm using my Miro? Because Miro is quite a bit user friendly, and of course I do have free subscription over there. And at the same time, like you can use Visio also. Like it's quite a similar tool. If you know any of this tool, you can use any other tools. There are lots of other tools available that anyone is using. Okay, so let's come over here. Like what are the elements, what are the key elements that we have in BPMN? So whenever we are discussing, whenever you are preparing anything, I will show you in detail. Whenever I'm going to show you even practically, like there will be some events, there will be some activities, there will be some gateways. So what is event, what is activity, and what is gateway? Event means what the assigned task that you have. Activity means how you're performing, and gateway means by which you're performing that thing. So let's suppose my HR team is advertising some of the job opportunities. So the gateway is going to be the LinkedIn. They are publishing those advertisements in LinkedIn. Activity is they are hiring some candidates. Even is it's a hiring event. So those kind of things is going to be there. Uh, Whenever you're connecting those objects, there can be sequential flow, there can be some message flow. I'm going to show you everything in detail. So this is all about a little bit of brief discussion, a little bit of brief idea about business process. Though to be honest, BPMN is a thing. Like if you can spend 2 3 months on BPMN, then maybe you will know everything in technically. But to be honest, in practical life or in project life, nobody's expect and nobody's going to judge you how technically you are preparing those charts. This is not the requirement. The requirement is you understand the requirement. See, to be honest, why we are using this BPMN. The thing is, I understand the business process of my client. Now I have to explain that thing, how I can do that. Obviously, I'm going to prepare some diagrams so that I can confirm from you guys, right? So that is why we need a diagram, and I'm going to prepare the diagram. If the diagram is self-explanatory, that is fine. Nobody's going to expect you like you have to prepare a high-fi level chart, and you are preparing those charts and nobody is understanding the chart. No, I mean there is no use of it. Prepare a chart, make it very simple, and so that everyone can understand that. That's all. Obviously, I'm going to show you in our next session how I'm preparing. I'm going to show you some examples. It will be helpful for everyone to understand that. Okay. So now the next thing is in terms of BPMN, we are going to discuss how this BPMN is helpful. How this what are the advantages of BPMN? The advantage of BPMN is you are sharing the details, you are sharing the thoughts, you're sharing everything, you're confirming your requirement, like what are the things that you have gathered. You are sharing those things in the internal team. At the same time, you are confirming those things to your client, right? So these are the things that is the advantageous thing in terms of BPMN. Of course, we can prepare those BPMN charts in Microsoft Visio. Microsoft Visio is one of the tools that is provided by Microsoft. It's a Microsoft application. Most of the companies are using Microsoft products, and whenever the companies are using Microsoft products, they will automatically they will have those subscription in Microsoft Visio. So it's going to be free whenever you are in any organization. You can use them, but more or less it's quite a similar tool that we are going to use as Miro. Microsoft Visio, we are going to have also. I'm going to show you Microsoft Visio, some examples in Microsoft Visio as well. We can create over there some flow charts, organizational charts, network diagram, some floor plans, UML diagrams we are going to discuss just after this agenda. We are going to discuss the UML diagrams. Of course, I'm going to show you everything in yeah, of course I'm going to show you how to prepare UML diagram as well. So we are going to discuss some UML diagram. Of course, that can be created in Microsoft Visio. So these are the application of Microsoft Visio. So now what are the use cases, like in which way we can use them? there are lots of way we can use them, like project management way, like mapping the timelines, process workflows, task definitions. Those kind of things can be done through Microsoft Visio or any other tool. It's like commonly used, it's for networking diagram, those kind of things. It provides a clear and professional way and a visual process. To be honest, it's a visual process, and it's really clear your concept, and it's presenting in a proper professional way. And the visualization is very much important whenever you are sharing any of these thoughts. So that is why this kind of tools is very much important, and it is one of the important tool of a business analyst. Now, I have a quick question for you. So let's suppose you are preparing some reports, and of course the report is going to be viewed by a CEO of a company. So now you're presenting 14 pages report. Okay, and in that report it's only text. I mean, there are lots of text paragraphs and all. There is nothing in a table. There is no pictorial, no pictures, no diagrams, nothing. It's only paragraph text. So, what do you think? That company's CEO or that company's managing director, they are going to view that document or not?
Definitely not.
Definitely not, because they don't have to. They don't have the time to view. I mean, to read those 14-page report. If I mean, end to end. I mean, from the beginning till the end, 14 pages. They don't have the time. They are going to collect the document and they're going to put it in another place. That's all. But in the other hand, I have another document. Of course, the document contains maybe 14 pages. But to be honest, in my document, I have diagram, I have charts, I have some pictures, screenshots, I have some tables. So now, what do you think? Which one is most attracts, and the CEO, which one he's going to look after? I mean, he's going to go through.
Of course, the diagrams and the tables.
Yes. So the thing is, of course, in the here also, the CEO doesn't have the time to go through those things. What the person is going to do is, person is going to have a look at it. And as I have explained those things in diagrams, maybe a BPMN diagram, maybe a UML diagram, it's better for him to understand. Okay, Rahul is saying this is his agenda. Okay, Rahul is saying this. So all the tables is the sales explanatory, and this is the way you can present yourself. Again, if I'm using charts, tables, you don't need to have 14 pages. Obviously, with my experience, if only a paragraph contains, it will be explained in 14 pages. If you're representing any diagram, any charts, obviously that thing can be done by maybe 7 or 8 pages. With the 50% reduction of the report volume, you can create those kind of things. At the same time, it's going to be attractive, and the higher level authorities, whenever they don't have any time, they can go through the document and they can easily come to a conclusion what is your agenda. Make sense?
Yes, Rahul.
That is why we are using this kind of tools, and this kind of tool is one of the very important tool whenever you are working as a business analyst. So here, that is one important question that may arise over here. So let me discuss the advantage and disadvantages of it. So advantages is like, this kind of tool is very much important, that I already explained, and this is quite user friendly, anybody can use that, and you can use them from day one. The limitations is, of course, it requires some licensing thing. You need to have some subscription over there. So these are the limitations we have. Okay. So now we are going to discuss UML. Guys, do you have any doubt, any concerns? Whatever the things that we already covered, do you have any doubt, any concerns, any questions for me?
No.
No, Rahul.
No, sir. No.
All right. No problem. Okay. So, the next thing that we are going to discuss in detail, just give me a minute time, guys. Let me have some water. So, how was your day so far?
Yes, it was pretty good. How about yours?
As usual, I mean, quite a bit hectic. After this call, I have to take lots of Scrum calls. I have to take lots of Teams update, couple of Teams
Yeah,
update to be honest. So then maybe by 7 or 7:30, I'm planning to close my day.
yeah,
Let's see. To be honest, whatever the plan I'm going to do, it's not going to be executed. So, to be honest, I didn't plan. I mean, I can plan my joining time. I'm not planning my exit time
yes, sir.
because usually, whatever the things that I'm planning, it's not going to be executed. So, I completely avoid that. Okay, so the flexibility is there. I mean, whenever I need some break, my let's up if okay, someone joins late. Let's see who's there. Okay, Sonam. Hey Sonam, how are you? Sonam, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, I am fine. Sorry, Rahul. I am getting late because everything for new system in laptop for me. So I have to download again and then join.
No
Okay.
problem. This kind of thing
Yeah.
happens, so that's fine.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. All right.
Okay.
So you guys have the content. You guys have the recorded session, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me update your attendance quickly. Okay, that is done. Okay. All right. So Sonam, just for you, we are discussing over here. Okay. Let me see. The session is recorded, right? Yes, it's being recorded. Okay, so we are discussing over here. We already completed BPMN. We already completed Microsoft Visio. The last agenda for today's discussion, that is, we are discussing. We will start our discussion on UML. So you will have, so just for everyone. So we are going to share the recorded session that we already have. Already we shared session one recording. Similar way, we are going to say share this record. I mean, session two's recording as well. So please go through that. If you have any doubt, any concerns, of course I'm there. I'm just a mail away. If you have any doubt, any concerns, you can mail me. And at the same time, you can discuss anything. If you want to have one-on-one discussion in the next session, of course we will discuss that thing. Okay, so let's join the session again. Let's start the discussion. That is UML. UML, what does the short form, I mean, what does the UML means? UML means Unified Modeling Language. Okay, Unified Modeling Language. So language doesn't mean that you have to write down any codes or something like that. No, we are not the developer. We are the business analyst. We are not the write down. We are not going to write down any kind of coding or any kind of technical things. Of course, there is some technical ability that a business analyst should have. A technical ability means you need to write down, you need to draw some diagrams, you need to prepare those kind of charts. These are the technical thing in terms of a business analyst. So UML is one of the tool or one of the skill set that a business analyst should have. So you should know what UML is. UML is Unified Modeling Language. To be honest, it's a standardization modeling language. Again, it's a more similar way, like whatever the way we are creating BPMN, in the similar way we have to create UML. To be honest, there is nothing as such difference we have in terms of BPMN. Overall, if I'm presenting you a BPMN diagram and a UML diagram, hardly anyone can distinguish which one is BPMN and which one is UML. To be honest, whatever the way you are representing your thoughts, that mattered the most. It doesn't matter what diagram you are preparing, it doesn't matter how you are preparing. That is why I'm telling you, what are the tools you are using, it doesn't matter. End of the day, the matter is you need to prepare a diagram, and how quickly you are preparing, that mattered the most. So that is why if you have used any of the diagrams, maybe Visio, maybe Miro, it doesn't matter which diagram, which tool you are using, how quickly you are generating those diagrams, and how quickly you are using those diagrams. That is one of the important things. So UML is a standardization, standard modeling language where it provides a visual way, it provides a visual architect over there, the system, and every diagram, every I mean how the system is going to work. It helps to design planning, understands the objects, I mean how the project or how the requirement is moving here and there, those kind of things. It's easily to understand. There are lots of types of UML diagram, to be honest. We have structured diagram, we have behavioral diagrams. So to be honest, we don't need to go through that detail over here. Again, if you want to understand every technicality of it, it will take more than 3 or 4 months. To be honest, I spent in my curriculum, actually, I whenever I was completing my engineering, I covered over there 3 to 4 months to understand what UML, what BPMN is. So to be honest, in practicality, in practical life, you don't need those kind of self-explanatory. You don't need those kind of explanation every now and then. What you need to do is you need to clear or you need to create some diagrams. So that is the most important agenda. You need to create those diagrams. It doesn't matter what diagram you're preparing. It doesn't matter which tool you are using, until unless you are clearing your concepts. That's mattered the most. Okay, so in there are lots of types of diagram also, like sequential diagram. There are 4 types of diagram, like class diagram, object diagram, component diagram, deployment diagrams. They do have individual uses. Okay, like deployment diagram is whenever we are going to deploy something in any system, those kind of diagram is going to be used. To be honest, like if you're preparing any diagram, you don't need to distinguish this is that, this is that. You prepared those diagrams. If it is explains whatever your thoughts, that's matter the most, and it's done. Okay, the use case. The most important thing that I'm going to discuss, that use case of UML. Okay, system design. So whenever any architect design any system design, they are using UML diagram. Requirement analysis. Here comes business analyst use case. Requirement analysis, when we have gathered the requirement. Okay, of course I'm going to discuss in detail what is requirement analysis is. So just overall, requirement analysis is whenever you have gathered any requirement. Okay, so that requirement need to be clarified whether you have gathered a correct requirement or not, whether your requirement is as per aligned the actual requirement or not. So those kind of clarification you need to do. That is called requirement analysis. And the business analyst, another use case you can consider, that is a business analyst should have, that is the documentations. So one is whenever it comes to with the documentation, this is very much important in terms of the documentation and all. Last but not the least, what is the difference and what is like UML and BPMN? So to be honest, again, VPN is process oriented. VPMN shares the process, like how the process is moving from here and there. It's focused on the business workflow, how business is moving from here and there. In the other hand, what UML does is UML is the system oriented diagram, like how the system is going to behave, how the system is going to work. That is, we are explaining in UML. Make sense?
Yes, Rahul.
So you can ask me the question like, where is going to use, like who is the target audience? To be honest, being a business analyst, the BPMN is one of the most important tool, because BPMN is going to be used by the business stakeholders, and the UML is going to be used the technical stakeholders, that means the developer and all. So that is why we covered both of them, BPMN as well as UML, with the tool. Of course, with the tool I'm going to share in the next session how we are preparing those diagrams. But the target audience is the BPMN target audience is the business stakeholders, and the UML target audience is the technical stakeholders. That means the developer, I mean the technical persons. Am I making sense, guys?
Rahul, quick question.
Yes,
Um,
please.
so you mean to say BPMN is usually the business stakeholders use it. So is it like more of user friendly rather than, because techies use
No, no,
the
no, no.
developers
See,
use the UML. So I just had that question.
no, 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 no. Developers use the UML because of the diagrams application.
Okay. Okay.
And if you want to know the tools user friendly in this, I mean, in the same tool, you can create both of the diagrams.
Okay. Got
So I mean, the tool is really user friendly. Of course, I'm going to show you in the next session, session number three. I already scheduled that, but I haven't shared the meeting link. I think you have the invitation link, right? The session
Yes. Yeah.
three.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and no worries. I'm going to share the link with the mail again because there are some glitch in Microsoft Teams. Like sometimes people asking like, okay, I haven't received. Sometimes they're saying they are received. So uh, to clear the confusion, I used to share the link. All right. So some practical tips, some question and answer. If you want to have, if you have any doubt, any concerns, you can tell me. All
I
right.
have a
I'm taking.
question,
Yes, yes,
Rahul.
yes. Please go on. Go ahead.
Yes, as I told you in the last session, like I worked as an analyst in esports industry.
Mm-hmm.
How different is it's going to be for me? Like how difficult it's going to be for me to survive in this industry?
See, to be honest, um, as maybe I shared this example in the first session or not, I can't remember properly. So when I had 7 or 8 years of experience, then I joined a project. The project was on healthcare project. So after having 7 or 8 years of experience, I need to learn something new. I need to learn something more. That is like healthcare compliances and all. So to be honest, like it doesn't matter how experienced you have. Whenever there is any learning opportunities, of course it's going to be difficult. If I'm saying it's going to be easy, super easy, I'm completely lying. No, it does. It's never going to be. Of course, there will be some difficulty. There is some difficulty. That is why we are here, right? If it is so
Yeah.
easy, we won't be there. So that is why we are here, and we need to cover those things by our own. We need to take up the challenge. We need to work thoroughly, and we need to cover everything by our own. And this challenge you have to take it. This is the challenge, and this challenge you need to cover it by yourself. You need to do
Okay.
some self study, and you can cover those kind of things. Of course, it's going to be some difficulty. There are going to be some difficulty. Nothing is easy over here. That is why company is paying you, right?
Yes,
So
of course.
yes, so this kind of challenge you need to take up.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's nothing difficult. Of course there will be
Yeah,
some
yeah. Because
difficult, but
I
it's
have like the analysis part is like I'm into the analysis part and everything, but coming to the business analyst, it's kind of different.
it's
That's
not
why.
that
Yeah.
too tough. Obviously there
Yeah.
is some difficulty, but it's nothing like it's undoable.
Yeah.
Of course it can be executed, you can do it, but it nothing like it cannot be executed or I can't do it. See, to be honest, if I'm surviving over here being a business analyst, if I can survive over here for long 13 years, of course you guys can.
Mm, yeah.
Okay,
That's it,
any
Rahul.
doubt, any further doubt, confusion, guys?
Hi Rahul, quick question.
Yeah,
So you are gonna share elements of BPMN in next session, right?
yeah,
So like flow objects and okay,
yeah. I'm going to
no problem.
create some
Because
diagrams. I'm going to show you how to create those diagrams in the tool.
okay, okay,
Everything I'm
because
going to
I
show you.
have some questions about the gateway part,
Mm-hmm.
like exclusive and complex gateway. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Sure,
why.
no problem. I am going to create that thing. No worries.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys. So, guys, thank you. Thanks for your time, and have a wonderful evening. To be honest,
You too.
yeah.
You too, Rahul.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.